Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm sorry for everybody that's having to transition out of one room and come to the next. We had some technical difficulties. The stream that I originally started decided that it was over and then made me redo the entire thing again. So, as people populate in here, actually, I'm going to type a message to the people in this current chat. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. There's people filling in here. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It just decided that it wasn't going to do it. So, anyways, I'm getting set up here on my end because all the preliminary stuff for a live stream, I've got little things that I try and get ready here, but because it made me back out of the original one, it means I get to go in and redo everything everywhere else. So, how is everybody doing? Ohio Knife Lover, thank you so much. Starting the live stream off really, really well there with the donation. I appreciate you very much. Check out Ohio Knife Lover, absolutely. We are heading back into the channel on my page and going into my own live stream so that Mrs. MC can see the chat. There we go. I don't know why I paused it. It's just go all the way to the future. There we go. Kiefer. WTF. Thanks, Kiefer. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what happened there. So I had it on and then I had to back out of it because I clicked the wrong button. You always want to click advanced options and make sure that it's listed to public. And the thing was like, "Oh, you want to go live right now?" And I was like, "No, I'm trying to do something." And so it canceled that, but kept it up at the same time, which is super helpful. All right. Let's see here. Yes, Hag 9090. Yes, this is live. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody liked the video. Sure, whenever you want to do it. Kiefer with the sword, with the lightsaber, actually. Spirit of Whiskey, you need to look at, I need to look at your text message. I will, as soon as I regain control of my phone in about an hour to an hour and a half. Yeah, Kiefer. Oh, let's get it out. Yeah, the F-150 Scalpel won. Everybody has like a slightly different name for this thing. But I mean, F-150 Scalpel is perfectly fine. I'm glad everybody voted for it. I was pretty pumped. Hey, Floridian 214. Welcome, all Knights of the Round. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my membership program. If you are new to my live streams, you're watching this right now live, or you're watching it in the future, in the chat, the little helmets beside people's names are actually the badging system associated with my membership program. If you so choose, you can click join right under this video or on the main banner of my page. And if you want to join Knights of the Round, then you'll gain access to the badges that change color with time. For example, we've got some blue ones in here, some purple ones here, signifying either new members or 3-month members. Slice it Dicey, thank you very much. Double decker, large fries, and a Mexican Coke. Yeah, you can get those, and over time, they'll eventually change to red or gold after a year. You'll also gain access to the sword emojis, and if my knights would like to show that off in the live chat there, Knights of the Round do get their choice of many swords from popular movies and video games that we've created specifically for that. So yeah, there you go. Vortex 5X, Digital Gutter Snipe, all showing off some of the swords. Thanks so much. Ohio Knife Lover, thank you again. I'm not going to read that out loud, but do you guys notice any? Oh, wait. Oh, Zell coming in hot. Hey guys, I've got a live stream. I've got the live stream planned, but I'm working on some art, so I might not be very active in the comments tonight. Hey, that's okay, Zell. Everybody loves you. We still love you. And thanks for the donation, buddy. That was super nice. I see Steve doing his usual. He's poking in with the one letter at a time. What's up, Steve? So does anybody notice anything different about my XM24? Oh, you guys broke me. So tomorrow you're actually going to get the assembly video. And I'll let you guys know who are in the live stream. I'll let you guys know early. I actually screwed up. This is the screw that I had on reserve. The first screw that I put in, I messed it up super bad. And I actually talked about it in the video. A penny is still hard enough to scratch off that dark oxide coating, and it shows the steel, reflective steel color underneath, which does not, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it really shows through on the black. And I messed that up. And so I talked about, what you really need to do, those final turns, or a lot of the turns, you need to use your finger, or you got to use like a credit card wrapped in a cloth to screw it in there. But anyways, you guys will get that video, a time-lapse video of me installing all the hardware and messing up that pivot. And in the video, I said, don't worry, I've got another one. And this is that other one. This one went in perfectly. So there are no flaws on that pivot whatsoever. And then everything else is completely blacked out except for the parts that you can't black out. The lock bar insert screw, the pivot barrel, and the thumb studs. But yeah, it is the darker horse now for sure. Now, Vortex 5X, it's okay because you know what? Those pivot screws are steel. They're not titanium, so they're super inexpensive. I want to say that pivot screw was $13, $15, something like that. No big deal. Let's see. Best blades to defend against murder hornets. I don't know, man. I would say one of those electric tennis rackets, like an electric tennis racket with a cold steel Espada attached to the end of it, is probably the best thing, the best apparatus for defending against murder hornets. I mean, truthfully, guys, those hornets have been here for a while. It's just, it's like, oh, it's from Asia and it's scary and that's a trend, right? Have you watched that documentary on those hornets from like forever ago where they fly in and murder a bunch of bees? It's just a big. We have big yellow jackets out here in Kansas that get like this. They get 2.5, 3, 4 inches long, and yeah, they're scary. But just bash it with a tennis racket and you're good. Upload the assembly vid to P-Hub. Oh my gosh, digital gutter snipe. Thank you for the donation. Eric says 26 XMs later, you're still learning. Oh yeah, definitely. I keep thinking, I'm like, man, I'm a master at Hinderer disassembly and hardware installs, blah blah blah, and then I dick up a pivot. I mean, you just can't. I can't get away from that. Installing a new titanium pivot or a special color pivot, man, I can't tell you how many of those I've messed up. Absolutely. I love hornet tennis. On my way to recreation baseball as a 12-year-old, I hit a bumblebee because in the morning I did tennis, baseball, and something else, It's a way for your parents to get you out of the house in the morning instead of just sleeping in the summer. So on my back, I had my tennis racket and my baseball bat, and this massive, like Louis Ferrigno sized bumblebee flew up and probably was, bumblebees aren't like out to kill anybody. But I remember riding down the street towards the park where they held this, and I had the tennis racket on my bat, and this bumblebee was like, "Oh, excuse me, sir," and I just obliterated it like in a big panicked movement with the tennis racket. But you swing a racket like that hard at something as awkward and dense as a bumblebee, and essentially what was left over was just chunks of bee on my tennis racket. What's that? Spirited says, MC, did you happen to watch me co-host Thursday Night Knives with the Knife Junkies this week? It was fun and some great topics. I have not yet, but that is the very next thing on my watch list. I have that bookmarked and ready to go, and I will absolutely 100% watch it. We've been super busy. We went back to my parents' place in my hometown for an early Mother's Day with my mom. So me and my wife and my kids all went back, and we just got back. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, my wife and I are going to celebrate our own personal Mother's Day, and then we're going to go to her mom's house to celebrate Mother's Day over there. So, A Therapeutic Edge, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Another channel you guys should absolutely check out. And, of course, Slice It Icy. I don't know why I didn't say his name, but you guys, if you're watching my live stream, you're probably familiar with Slice It Icy. Danny T says, you keep featuring the open on your vids. Perhaps secretly love it. I mean, Fair assumption, but no, I actually really hate the Open L. I respect it for the well-built budget tool that it is. It is very simplistic and it is very purpose-built. They did not design any aspect of that knife on accident, and it absolutely will serve any person who decides to spend the ridiculously small amount of money on it. It will serve them infinitely well, but I effing hate it. It's just a corn cob with a blade on it. And it's just like, there's nothing there for me to go, wow, I love this. I just don't like it. But I know a lot of people do, Amateur knives, thank you so much. You got me going down the rabbit hole, picked up another Hinderer XM24 Battlefield pickup. Dude, that's cool, man. Those are epic. Those are some of the most epic variants. Sorry, I'm moving my mat a little bit here. Those are some of the most epic variants of XM24 that are out there. I'm gonna flip some of these open so that people can see and ask questions if they want to. Anybody notice we've got the quiet carry waypoint on the table? Ooh, yay! That's actually really compelling. I'm pretty excited about that. In the unboxing, I was stupid. I was like, this says Vanex on it. I thought it was LC200N, and it turns out I think it's actually the lock, the liner lock that's LC200N, and the blade is Vanex Super Clean, which is interesting. Here we go. Getting all these out here. Oh man, the glare on that Spyderco. Let's turn this one upside down. Yeah, there we go. And Dark Horse. Is that one gonna fit on camera? Holy schmoly, that's a big knife. Yeah, there we go. And of course, the best deck. Justin the Hunter. Send pics later, but I just got. All right, I'm sorry. I just finished my knife box. Hey, cool, man. Very absolutely. 107 people in here already. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate it. Who's brand new? If you're brand new to my channel and you don't mind pointing it out, who's brand new? Anybody in the live stream tonight just subscribe to my channel today. Yeah, Danny, I know you're not. First time, Josh Miko, welcome. Welcome. Bucko H, absolutely welcome. Damian Travis, welcome. Hag90, welcome. The Practical Pepper, Brian Pounders, Andy Roche, Roberto Schuster, Tanner Thomas, John Diaz, and Super Steel Steve is unsubbed. Darn it. That's the 7th time this week, Steve. Make up your mind. Welcome, new people of the channel. Anybody who decides to join Knights of the Round, of course, you do get a hearty welcome from the other Knights with the swords. We like to sort of raise swords to new members. It's always fun. Like I said, membership program. That's the people who you're seeing in the live chat with the helmets beside their name. The badges change color over time depending on how long you've been a member. The final color being gold after a year. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, as you can see there, Kyle Roberts raising one of the Excalibur swords, which is basically the idea there. For new people, the term Excalibur refers to the perfect or ideal folding knife for any individual person. Since everybody has their own idea of Excalibur, I thought it might be fun to create some exclusive emojis for the membership system that are based on video game swords, famous movie swords, things like that. So Blades of Chaos, Kylo Ren's lightsaber, Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII, etc. There's a whole bunch of them in there if you decide to join the membership program. Anyways, we have 25 likes here. So we do the obligatory live stream like so that I can feel really good about myself. That would make me really happy if everybody started liking the live stream. Yeah, that's basically it. It's the same thing that I say every single time. I just like to see it go up. There we go, 41. Come on now, there's 107 of you in here. Who's not doing their job? Who's not doing it? People are busy making sandwiches, doing cartwheels, whatever it is. I always know one of the thumbs downs is you, Steve, every single time. Okay, I gotta quit rambling. It's time to answer some questions because I get really bad about that. Anybody have any questions? Anything people are curious about? Upcoming stuff? What? You got one? Billy Graham, crap, I'm a bit late. Is that a smooth criminal? Can I see you deploy it close? Does the plunge behave like a compression? Yeah. I mean, so like the live stream, the camera, the way that the camera's set up in a live stream, it won't show this in detail, but yeah, you see that cylinder essentially the larger part of the cylinder is contacting a slot in the blade tank to lock it in. This is the most solid button lock I have ever felt. Absolutely. There is no blade play. Up, down, left, to right. Very, very solid button lock. The problem here with the Smooth Criminal is, as you can see, the detent is a little bit weak and the flipper tab is a little bit short. It's not so much that the detent is weak. It's that it's not strong enough for the type of contact that my finger would have to have with the knife. I still gave this a good review, and the review is coming up. You know, I can still do it without wrist, but it's like so dominant light switch to get without any wrist. You can't do this. This is what you're going to want to do, is this. And it's just not quite enough to get it out, you know. But if you light switch this like that, then yeah, it'll work just fine. But it's very smooth and very, very solid. Absolutely. Versus Protec Mordax. Oh, wait. Eric says Smooth Criminal versus Protec Mordax. Bottom lock showdown. Button lock showdown. So the Mordax, I don't think it's built super solid. It's built super well, and it's absolutely recommendable knife. I think the Medford is a little more solid. I think it's a little more robust, a little more solid. I can force blade, like the Mordax doesn't come with blade play, but I can force blade play on almost any knife. The Medford absolutely has no blade play, no matter how much I wrench on. If I wrench on it anymore, I'm going to accidentally cut myself. But the detent is properly tuned on the Mordax, and the flipper tab is much easier to engage. So it's kind of a give and take, you know. And I mean, I don't know. The Mordax is probably a little bit more comfortable with it. That's because it's a bigger knife, right? The 0609 over the sigil. I don't know. I mean, the sigil's really, really cool, but I think practically speaking, the 0609 is a great knife. I mean, the more time I spend with it, the more I like it. I just wish it was bigger. Truthfully, if the 0609 was a bigger knife, I mean, this would be one of my favorite ZTs. It's still a good sized knife. I just, when I saw the pictures of it originally, I was like, oh, please be like 8 1/4 inches. Let's see here. Anyone else grab the new Spyderco Slice Swayback pre-sale? Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like Nick said in his, because so I saw Nick and Slicey make theirs, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. And I saw the first page of it. And then I went through and did it, and then I went back through and watched Nick's and Slicey's. And yeah, that's, of course, Marcin Slice, like anything he does, he's got the Midas touch. So people are like, whoa, I have to buy it. Like immediately, that's what's going to happen. But you can bet that we'll see one of those. I mean, especially Spirited, if you're going to pick one up. Yeah, wait a sec. Invictus Auto versus Microtech LUDT. That's tough. The LUDT is a great knife, and so is the Invictus Auto. Both of them are super practical. Both of them are, you know, like, here's the thing. With the LUDT, you're definitely going to get M390 or 204P or whatever. With the Invictus, you're going to get 154CM. However, I think in a user setting, the 154CM is going to serve people better, unless you're just like, no, I have to have maximum edge retention no matter what. But if you're going to really take either, like if a soldier was going to take them both out and beat the crap out of them, I think the Invictus would probably end up being the better tool. Not only because the handle is so simple and it's so versatile. You know, it's a little more friendly to the hand because the LUDT has that big area that probably could have served as a forward choil area, and they just didn't do that. They're both excellent, but if you have to have M390 and 204P on your knives, then yeah, go with the LUDT. It's amazing. It's super thin behind the edge. Performance-wise, by the way, the slicing geometry of the LUDT is much better. But as an overall tool for side opening automatic, I think the Invictus is probably better. GP Knives has another run of those, by the way. And they've got another run of all black SNG autos. So if you were waiting on one or both of those, go pick them up. But use my link. Go find one of my knives. Go find one of my videos that I have the GP Knives affiliate link and get in there with that first. No, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, those are available. Let's see here. Yeah, your G-Man's Jewels. Yeah, you're exactly right. Zach's 940 collection is God tier. I actually have Zach's titanium 940 right here because he's a super cool. He's a super cool guy, and he let me review it. So this is actually Zach stuff's 940-2001, which we are going to bring out on the table here. And yeah, I'll give Zach stuff a shout out again, even though he's not in here. If you're not subscribed to Zach stuff, you should. Zach is. Oh, he's in here. Oh my goodness. What did I? Yeah. I already talked to him. I didn't even realize he was in here. I was just gonna give him a shout out because I like him. Zach, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were in here. I thought people were just talking about you. I was like, that makes sense. He's got a great channel. I'll talk about one of his knives and shout out his channel. But yeah, you should be subscribed to Zach stuff. What are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. But Zach is a great guy. And Zach, this is ready actually. The review is finished and she will be coming back to you. I think I'll get this shipped out on Monday. So thank you so much for letting me review it. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Mike wants to know second to the left. This one right here, Mike. This is the Bestech Shodan, which is essentially an obtainable full titanium flipper Strider SNG mixed with an AR 0.75. Seriously, if you've been after a Strider because you like the ergonomic lines and the look, Bestech Shodan, full titanium and S35VN with really similar lines. I mean, it's got its own thing going on here, guys, but truthfully, yeah, this is a full tie. It's very similar to a full tie Strider. Oh no, the live stream's crapping out. Okay, we're good. Vortex 5X, thank you so much, buddy. Your thoughts on the Arcane Design Necronaut. So I reviewed the prototype, and I think that is one of the most unique looking knives. And it's manufactured by Riot. It feels like a Riot. It is super high quality. Couple little spots that are a little sharp. And as far as I know, he was already aware, because I talked with this guy on Instagram, the designer, and he's like, yeah, we're aware of him. We're going to knock that stuff down. So the final product, the end Necronaut, if it's available, it probably is better than the one I reviewed, and I loved the one I reviewed. It's super unique, you know. I mean, there are some unnecessary lines, but it still does manage to be a fairly practical cutting tool, but it's, man, the wow factor on that thing is off the charts. Very cool. Super still Steve. The Shodan is about $220 or $225. On the unboxing that I did of the Shodan, there's an affiliate link you can click through for there too if you want to use that, or if you don't, that's fine. But yeah, $225, and then you can get marble carbon fiber on the show side scale mixed with the tie frame lock for $240, $245, something like that. Michael E says, MC, you're bad influence. I wasn't interested in the 940 until you show that full tie. Yeah, that's the 940 2001. Which is the official Benchmade full tie version, but you can get Flytanium scales for about $70. So if you want to, you know, what a lot of people do is they buy either the 940-1 and S90V and carbon fiber, or the 940-2 and S30V and G10, and then they pick up some Flytanium titanium scales. Sorry, I know I'm a bad influence. Huh? Who's asking? Danny, Metal Complex, what's that thick boy on the far right? So this was sent by Women Carry Knives and a Therapeutic Edge. This is an ADV Pathfinder, a mini Pathfinder from 2017. I love this thing. So I got 4 ADVs out of their own personal collection. I got a large Pathfinder, a large Butcher. I got a... oh my gosh, it was like a hybrid something. I can't remember. If a Therapeutic Edge is still in here, you can tell me. And then this mini Pathfinder, and this might be my favorite ADV ever because it's just big enough to fill the hand, but it's got a super functional blade, Full titanium frame lock, nice and smooth, but really aggressive looking and definitely robust. Not robust, so robust that this is like if you fed the CRKT M16 steroids and then made it out of something premium. That's kind of what this makes me think of, right? I mean, but it's S35VN. It has the adjustable pivot, like the hyper adjustable pivot, and it's running on bearings. I mean, typical ADV build. I mean, I love Andre de Villiers. This is a sick knife. DTOM Knives and Gear, thank you so much for the donation, and that's okay. You can be late whenever you want. Check out DTOM Knives and Gear, absolutely. Check him out on Instagram. Check him out on YouTube. Great guy. Yeah, the grind is very cool, Jamie D. Left-handed king. 10% of the people in here. There's 142 people in here, guys. Should we go? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. You know what I just realized? I had deja vu. I just realized that the last time we did a live stream, we broke a record, or maybe it was like 2 times ago. And I was like, if we break a record, I'll do a giveaway. And then I legitimately completely forgot about it until just now. So here's my promise, guys. We will do that giveaway, but I'll try and find something else. If what's the record, Spirited? He said it. 165 is right. If we break 165 tonight, I promise. I mean, like, in my defense, I'm giving away a lot of stuff right now with the quest for the perfect unboxing knife and Patreon and stuff like that. But I promise you, if we break 165 tonight, I will do a separate and additional giveaway of 2 items. But if not, whatever. It's always fun either way. Pinky swear. Don't bother none. Pinky swear. Ew. Why did you say ew? It wasn't weird until you said ew. Like, just, you know, choose your dialogue, okay? You don't talk very much, but when you do, you have to be. I'm joking. I'm not being mean to my wife. I'm joking with her. Now it's one. Oh man, sorry. Mrs. Metal Complex. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. He doesn't hate you. That actually means that he's very fond of you. It's a fondness. It's a general fondness. $2 worth of fondness, in fact. Way to make it weird. Oh man, that's funny. Spirited jumping on the wagon there. Oh boy. Well,
I'll be quiet.
no, you can talk. You just, you know. I'm totally kidding. Sorry, I'm getting my additional beverages out of the meat freezer. That's where I keep them when the garage warms them up, and I gotta cool them off real quick.
And I need to get the half track. I can't say all these.
Osus on bearings. The risk of selling them. Actually, Billy Graham, no, you don't sound like a noob at all. In fact, as much as a Hinderer fan as I am, I got to be honest with you. I don't know what you mean by that word that's OSSEUS on bearings. The half track, I'm assuming you're talking about a Hinderer. So you're talking about a pre-Triway half track. If that's what you're talking about, there's no way. Yeah, Slicey, we live in Kansas, dude. We buy a quarter every year, a quarter of beef, and then that's where we keep the meat freezer.
Oh my gosh, beef. He means beef.
Beef. We buy a quarter of beef.
Not people.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Dialogue, honey. I'm kidding. That's all right. Yeah, it's animal meat. Yeah, come on. Surely somebody else in here lives in the Midwest and has a meat freezer in their basement because we eat how many pounds is that?
I don't know. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's like 250 pounds of beef.
It's that Blade HQ half track.
Oh, the Blade HQ half track. No, I don't think they made those yet on bearings. And here's the thing: the Triway pivot system on the new Hinderers, it's got a pocket milled to accept the bearings, and then it comes with a steel spacer to add your phosphor bronze or your nylon on top of it. So since the bearings require that pocket to be milled out, it's only available on post, like Triways. Pre-Triways don't have it. So no, unfortunately, no. Where is the Mordax? The Mordax is right here in one of these packages right beside me. Hang on here. There's two pouches that look exactly the same over here. So I'm trying to figure out which one it's in. Boop, boop, boop. No, not that one. Three pouches that look exactly the same. It's got to be this one. Yep. The Mordax, not the titanium one, but the one that Eric Arizmendez sent me with the really cool add-on here. That's actually a quick thumb stud that's added on there. And it works really well. Actually, it's awesome. And because this thing has a pretty large forward choil, there's nothing in the cutting path. And the barrel it's a large barrel, but it's no wider than the frame. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's really taking up any room. I mean, you can do the reverse flick. This thing actually works really well. Eric's got it in exactly the right place on this guy. So, yeah, I mean, I would imagine this would work on a lot of different knives. It's pretty cool. D2 on Knives and Gear, what's the fourth knife? What's the knife fourth from the left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they joking?
No, that's...
I'm sure he is. He has got smiley bit. Shut up! It's the Sleesh buoy. Hold on, I'm trying to get this zip back up without messing up his knife. There we go. All right. Janice Hudola, Hudel. I'm so sorry that I'm mispronouncing your last name. Hudala, love your channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. Billy Graham says, when I dream, I hear MC saying, or in this case, the Ritter Hug. You're actually not the first person who's told me that I feel like repetition is key when you start to say certain things that people latch onto and it becomes a running joke. Repetition is really important, but the problem is that it rings in people's ears even when they're not watching my channel. So people tell me, they're like, that's stuff that you always say, like I'll be doing, whatever, be doing the dishes, and MC's like, or in this case, the Ritter Hug. It's weird. That's not how I sound. What's the tactical spoon under the waypoints? This one right here. So this is the F-150 Scalpel, as it's probably going to be called. I had a quest for the perfect unboxing knife series that was kind of serious, kind of meant as a joke because I unboxed so many knives on the channel, and people donated a whole bunch of really weird stuff. And my buddy Kiefer actually made this out of an F-150 truck spring, and it turns out it's actually a pretty perfect unboxing apparatus, and it's actually sharp. And so everybody voted. Tons of people voted, and this guy won. So that is the new unboxing tool on the channel henceforth. It's built Ford tough, as Slicey says. Kyle says MC does an impression of himself that doesn't sound like himself. Yeah, that's a weird thing to do because
you lowered about 3 octaves.
Because you're making fun of yourself. So my standard, like, oh, gonna make fun of somebody, like your voice gets different when you make. But if you're making fun of yourself, like all I would have to do is just keep talking. It's whatever. It's you guys get what I'm trying to say. The mermaid's gone, Jacob. Actually, I gave away the mermaid knife for my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and my buddy Jeff won it. Legitimately won it amidst like 400 or 500 people. My buddy Jeff, who supplies me with a lot of the crazy high-end mid-techs and customs, he won that knife. So the OG mermaid, the one that's unboxed over 100 knives on this channel, actually belongs to Jeff now. Let's see. Dude Glock, I just scored a Skinny Skinner dog paw Hinderer that Rick himself built and sharpened. Also the COVID-19 Rick Hinderer from USA Made Blade. I'm super stoked. Hey, that's really cool because this was a rare circumstance where it was just for a while, as far as I heard, it was just Rick at the shop before they finally, deemed him non-essential and closed him down for a little bit. He's not done. He's just closed down for a little bit. So yeah, those were knives that were not planned. They're going to be super rare in the future, and they are truthfully special. I know Super Steel Steve grabbed one of the COVID-19 XMs as well. So yeah, that's honestly, I'm jealous. Like I thought I had like a super cool 24 with the black stonewash finish, but those COVID-19 semi-customs are amazing. Very cool. What? That F-150 knife will need the cam phaser swapped here soon. My brother, everybody. Not the biggest Ford fan in the world. Oh man. Let's see. Dang, Dub Glock. It's a one of a kind dog paw. That's really cool, man. You have me on Instagram? If you do, send me a picture of it. I'd like to see. John Walker. Everyone like the stream. Yes, please. We're at 150. If you just popped in, the record is 165. No, somebody left. Hold still. Make a sandwich, but leave the live stream open. 151. Good. Good. Back away from your device. Don't close out. Okay. Mr. Beast will still be there after you get off the live stream or whatever it is you watch. How Stuff's Made. Come on. Come on. You're leaving me for How Stuff's Made. Let's break the record. Make a sandwich. Grab a drink. Let's break my record. 165. Here we go. Somebody left. Also, nobody's liking the live stream. Nobody's liking the live stream. You guys are doing me dirty here. Let's see. Stud fishing. I'm cutting my hair with a pocket knife right now. Well, I wish you luck, sir. But honestly, that's a good strategy. It's not like any of us can really go get our hair cut, or I mean, not safely anyway, right? So yeah, I mean, I would recommend honestly the Opinel. It's probably your best bet. But also scissors work well for that. So let's see here. People are leaving the live stream. Well, that's possible, Kyle Roberts. It's possible. 152, yeah. If it climbs, it climbs. Pacer likes coffee. Hey MC, what are your thoughts on Karambit knives? So I completely respect the idea behind what goes into a self-defense design. And from what I understand about Karambits, they're not, I mean, obviously the ones that are higher quality, right? I mean, like a gas station Karambit is about the cringiest thing ever. But I would say that the real ones, like the fixed Karambits, the ones that are legitimate, and there are some folding Karambits out there that are made well, but the ones that are really made in the light of self-defense and designed with that in mind, I imagine they will serve their purpose perfectly. I imagine that they're one of the best designs for that thing. The problem is that I just don't feel the need for something like that in my day-to-day life. I would much rather carry a knife that I feel like is more catered towards the tasks that it will likely be used for. Like when I leave my house, the likeliness to be attacked by somebody and need to defend myself with a knife is less than, it's like one in, I don't know. I feel like it's probably 1 in 100,000, 1 in 500,000. And my likeliness to need to cut open a box or an envelope efficiently is like, 100%. So I really want to carry something that's a little bit more efficient, but I also want to carry something that's aesthetically appealing to me. And truthfully, I think that has more to do with it than function of blade. I can make it about that if I want, but the truth be told, Karambits just don't look that cool to me. And it depends on, how you think, I mean, if a Karambit was a lot more convenient to carry and I really, really love the look at it, I would carry it despite its, the intention with the design. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he said thank you for the informative response.
Yeah. He's like, okay, we get it. Can you move on to something else for God's sakes? I'm sorry. That's what I do, man. Like the video, when I do reviews and rambles and discussion topics, it's not faked. This is why I can't stop. Hey, Women Carry Knives. Good evening, MC and everyone. I am very much enjoying this. Very much. I found a new love for this mini Pathfinder. Oh my goodness. This is such a sweet little beast of a titanium frame lock. I love this thing. I actually love it more than the large Pathfinder. And I like that bead blast finish mixed with the set. It looks like a laminate steel. It's so cool. Such a cool knife. Oh my goodness. Very cool. That might be my favorite ADV ever. If you're not subscribed to Women Carry Knives and a Therapeutic Edge, it's seriously, even though we're trying to break a record, literally leave and go subscribe to them and then come back. because I will still be here and they make excellent content. So you guys should do that. Favorite knife on the table, Jacob? Well, I mean, Dark Horse. My Dark Horse with the new blacked out hardware is my favorite. But aside from the Dark Horse, the Sleesh Buoy. I hate to say it. I hate to be a cliche, but the Sleesh Buoy really is that good. It really is. It's one of the greatest folding knives that's ever existed. Watching Nick Shabazz gush over that thing for years, I was like, there's no way. I'm going to say it in the review, which is coming up this next week, by the way. The full review on this guy is Wednesday. And I said it in the review. Christine said hi to you.
Oh, hi.
I said in the review, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, I get what they're saying, the specs on it, the thinness behind the edge, the dimensions, the ergonomics. I get it, but it's like, well, it's still just another titanium frame. Is it really that special? And then I got it in hand and I was like, yeah, it really is. It's really something special. Probably that, and then close second, the ADV Mini Pathfinder. Let's see here. The Knife Guy 56. I live in Arizona, and today I found out it was a Benchmade dealer and a Bass Pro Shop. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's a great place. If you've got a Bass Pro Shop and they carry Benchmade knives or Cabela's, if you're looking into Benchmade knives, they're getting better with their quality control, but you should still go handle the models in shop, in the store, so you can go, here's the edge, check the edge grind, make sure that it's, even, check for blade play, check for action, check for centering, right? And if it's not to your liking, then ask them to pull one of the undoubtedly dozens of boxes from their storeroom or their stock room of the additional, identical models. That way you can get what you want and not have to order it online. 163. If we get to 166, that's a new record. So don't leave. 165? No, it's 165 was the record. It was 164. All right, I'm sorry. Whatevs. Not that I'm trying to plug my own program or anything, but we haven't had a single new Night of the Round join. If you guys want to join Knights of the Round and gain access to those cool multicolored badges that you see beside people's names in the chat and the Excalibur emojis that people throw up in the chat every now and then, like Zach Stuff is doing right now, you can click join under the video or on the main banner of my page if you so choose. We will welcome you with a hail of Excalibur blades in the chat, but you don't have to. Let's see. Yeah, look at all. There we go, Knights. Oh my gosh, we're actually. I have one new emoji slot. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it, and then I'm sure there'll be more very soon. There's like 100 members, I think. Let's see. A lot of those South African makers are putting out some killer knives. Yes, they are. I was just talking with Spirited Whiskey about this. They are killing it right now. Holy crap. Some of the craziest knives, some of the craziest full custom and semi-custom knives on Earth are all, they're South African. Absolutely. Let's see here. However, nearly all knives should be made available in purple. I agree. Jack Tansen, thank you for the donation. Poop, LOL. Thanks. Is that 940 the best 940 you've ever seen? Truthfully, yeah, it is. I mean, this is like, I always like a little bit of contouring, but truthfully, this is my favorite 940 that's existed. Titanium and S90V with red coated. I think it's steel with red Cerakote or red, it's red anodized aluminum. I'm not really sure. And then the red spacers. Yeah, this is like the perfect 940. Is it overpriced? Yeah. Is it the best one? Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like this knife should be about 260 to 280, and it was 340, but you can't even get it anymore, I don't think. So, whatever. What? Somebody say something? Spirited said, hold on. I have to take a swig. You just let me drink that in silence. You could have sang a song just for 1 second. Okay, I'm just kidding. Did not find that funny. Anyways, Spirited Whiskey says, just discovered the new Arno Bernard Orca. That was the one we were talking about. It's from South Africa. It's the action of a Koenig Arius, toughness of a Hinderer 3.5 inch XM18, ergos, and inlay work better than a Sabenza / Rexford. So he sent me a picture of that, and there is no better way to describe that visually. I'm going to trust him on feeling because Spirited is, much like Jeff, somebody who just has handled a lot more crazy stuff than I have. So yeah, that's one to check out. Scroll back up to Spirited's comment, and those of you, if you've got access to Google while you're watching the live stream, check them out. Absolutely. They have no idea that I exist, but yeah, I mean, if he says it's good, then yeah, I'm gonna believe that. Let's see. Zach Stuff says best custom scales for 940 is Death Grips on IG. For Ty is rock scale design. I am very interested in rock scale design, and I will definitely be making a purchase with them in the very near future. Absolutely. 160. We got 5 to go. Oh, somebody dropped out. They were like, I don't care about this guy. I got other stuff to do. I got cartwheels to do in the backyard. Bucko H, cool. Thanks for the information. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. So let's see here. What was it that I was going to bring up? There was something else that I was going to bring up, and I cannot remember. Oh, so Spirited, if you're still sending me what you and I talked about, we have that. But then also Jeff has basically a small collection of insanity to send me. And I'm considering doing and I'll, depending on who sends me what first, but I will likely unbox whiskeys first and then do like a week of Jeff because the stuff that he's sending me, I want to spread it out and be dramatic, but I am just so excited for all this stuff. And he called me today, and I was with my parents, but he and I need to talk to work this out, because it's a lot. It's going to be expensive for him to ship all this stuff. But yeah, just expect some of the most insane stuff that you've ever seen. I know I say that like every 2 weeks, but the truth is because Spirited and Jeff are in my life, yeah, like they keep sending me better, like the channel keeps, getting crazier and crazier stuff sent. So this next couple of weeks, maybe the next 3 weeks, are going to be probably the most insane 3 weeks that the channel's ever seen in terms of the knives I'm going to be handling, for sure. Let's see. Have you handled a case shark tooth? No, I haven't. I have not. Yeah, Eric, you and Shaker need to be friends on Instagram for sure. You guys would get along. 165. We did it. Watch a whole bunch of people leave like, oh my God, we can leave. I don't care about this guy. 166. Whoever's watching it, keep track of whatever the record is so that we know. I promise I will find this way to squeeze in a separate giveaway next week at some point. So yeah, absolutely. Zach Stuff with the Minecraft Diamond Sword, epic. Why not CRK on the table? Because I just don't currently have one. I mean, I've reviewed a ton of different Chris Reeve knives. Coming up at some point, I would love to review a Tylock, even though it's not available anymore, and a Menundi. But I have reviewed the Sabenza 21, the Sabenza 31, the Nkosi, the Umnumzan, and the Niala fixed blade. So, absolutely. I saw you show that Rockstead Higo 2 the other day. After handling it, did it convince you to pick one up or something else in the Rockstead lineup? So there are very few knives that could convince me to spend that much money. I mean, obviously, I would have to sell something from my collection, but I have never been tempted to spend more than what the Praetorian tie cost me, which is $1,300. But the Rockstead Higo 2 did it. If I was going to spend $1,500 on a knife, there's not a lot that I would care to own, but the Rockstead, yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, is it worth $1,500? I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody's going to have a different taste. I had people tell me like, you know, the handle scale in combination with the liners is underwhelming for 1,500, but the blade's really nice, you know. Or you know, you've always got that guy that's like, well, there's no way a $1,500 knife, you know, no way it could be worth 1,500. Like it's a new thought, like nobody's ever considered that. And he's jumping in and informing a bunch of like ignorant people who had never considered that. There's always that guy, you know. And the truth is that some people are gonna see value in it and some people aren't. But considering my position and what I've handled, yeah, it's tempting. The Rockstead is made really well, and it's not a fall shot action. It's nothing, you know, like Shearer Go Off, but it's more like the Sebenza. But I actually like wheeling it out and clicking it into place. But it would also just be really stressful owning a $1,500 knife. You know, 168. Okay, honey, don't do that. I'm trying to. My wife is making the most ridiculous face off camera, like trying to get me to see. Walmart knife giveaway. Yeah, I mean, it won't be a Walmart knife. It'll be something, you know. I mean, I won't, if you know, I'll do. It's like what I always do when I do live stream record break giveaways. It'll be something that it's not going to be hyper expensive, but it'll be something cool that people want for sure. Maybe like a whole bunch of. I'll do like a sticker pack. I have a ton of extra Metal Knight helmet stickers. I might do a big sticker pack and a knife. Super K, if we hit 200, I heard you got to give away the Griptilian, or in this case, the Verder Hogue. Oh, yeah? Where'd you hear that? Who told you that? No, that guy's staying with me. That's as much a channel icon as it is a really important size comparison knife, because so many people either own it or a Griptilian. And it's kind of the joke in the channel that I just like have to say that every single time. He wants an autographed picture of my bicep. It's pretty sad right now. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like somebody left a gallon of milk out in the sun. It's getting kind of mushy, but we've got the home gym set up, so we're working on that. But I don't know. We might order pizza tonight. We'll see what happens. Oh man, Craig, Hardy, would you guys? I mean, would you like part of the giveaway to be like a big stack of like I can make a stack of like 10 stickers. It'd be one of the things. Like I can do 5 MC stickers and 5 Metal Knight helmet stickers as one of the items for the giveaway, and then the other thing be a knife valued around $30-40. I could probably do that. Danny T wants pizza. Let's see. Silver Tribe 7 says I ordered an MSG3. Made your most beautiful knives list. Thanks. Yeah. Oh man, that's cool. The MSG. So I think it's one of the most beautiful knives ever, and I've never actually even handled it. I've only seen pictures, and I came very, very close that day that we found that one for about $750. But most of them are higher than that. I would imagine you're really going to be happy with it. Super K says, when my wife watches videos and I hear, "What's up, YouTube?" I say, "Metal Complex here." That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Spirited says, MC, you need a stack of Mighty Hanks or a Shadowborn Hank with Metal Complex logos and artwork to give away for live streams, right? That's a great idea. Spirited Whiskey, always coming in with the great ideas. I know, I mean, like, so Spirited Whiskey and I communicate, you know, a lot. Background, you know, Spirited's lent me some of the craziest knives that I've had on the channel, so we've definitely developed a friendship and a relationship. But yeah, he always has great ideas that come out of nowhere, and there's another one. Thank you, Spirited. Please remind me of that for obvious reasons after the live stream. But yeah, that's a great. Let's see what we can work out there for sure. Oh, sorry, Shaker. The Knife Guy 56, Everson Taylor. Have you ever heard of the Otter Mercitor? And if so, do you like it or no? I think he's actually talking to the Knife Guy 56. Oh, I was his mom. Oh, he says at. Oh, he's trying to help me. Have I ever heard of the Otter Mercitor? And if so, do you like it or no? I have not. I have not heard of that, but I will try and remember to go check that out for sure. Yeah, everybody. I want to know what everybody's carrying right now. Tell me what it is you're carrying. I'm excluded because I have a whole bunch of knives on the table. But if I'm being honest, I have nothing in my pocket at the moment. But yeah, everybody. I'd like to know. Pocket dump right now. 152 people. Everybody, call out what you're carrying. What? I don't know what the heck that. I might have to remove that person. Yeah. No, that's a bot or something. Let's see. Oh, everybody's calling out what they're trying to carry here. Hang on. There's a way to do this. I always forget. Oh, it is? Okay. Hide. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, if you spam my live streams or you're a bot or whatever that was, or if you're just being a douchebag, then yeah, then I just get rid of you. Let's see what everybody's carrying. I don't know why we have to deal with that crap. Let's see. In Kosi, Spider-Co Manix 2, Tough Light Zell, awesome. Real Steel Rokot, Yojimbo 2, reading some other ones, kind of skipping a few. PM2 and S30V, TRM Neutron, Holt Spectre, Shirogorov Hadion, Haitian, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Artisan Tradition, 20 CV Bug Out, ZT0308, nice. I love this. It was this little practice on affirmation that I'm aware of the models that people are carrying. Kyle says carrying nothing, sitting at my desk, so in arm's reach of my Atlantic Wayfarer, K Shark Tooth, CVV Backlash, Real Steel Griffin, Launch 6, Benchmade Nakamura, and Contigo. Nice. What were you looking for? Banhammer, says Spicy Topsy. Oh my gosh. What do they hope to accomplish coming into a knife live stream like that person? Ridiculous. Let's see. Zell says, sounds like I've got the best knife on me right now. Oh man, that's funny. 20 CV link and leather maturage. Very cool. All right. Good deal. That's always fun to do. Where are we at here with time? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. So we did break the live stream record tonight. That's fantastic. We're at the final stretch here. So for the last 10 to 15 minutes, this is kind of something that is, I guess, it's kind of becoming a tradition where, the majority of the live stream is all knife stuff, but I like to take 10 to 15 minutes where people can feel like they can ask me pretty much whatever they want. If it gets super weird, I just won't answer it. But if you have a weird question, it doesn't matter how random it is, I will do my best to answer it. So yeah, feel free to ask whatever the F you want. It's always fun to do that. It kind of gets my brain working and it just makes it fun. So 168 is the new record. When did it shoot up to 168? Okay. That's fine. Let's see. M says, do you put your socks on before your pants? No, I usually put my pants on before my socks. But yeah, there you go. It's an example of a question that's out of left field. How's the Medford Smooth Criminal? I really like it. I wish the flipper tab was a little bit bigger or the detent was a little heavier, but other than that, it's great. What's the blue knife in the center? It is a zero tolerance, the RJ Martin design 0609. I can't remember which exclusive this was, but the blue and satin is actually, I think, a custom exclusive or something like that. Did I ever get a Terminus XR? Yes, I did, and I believe the review is next week. How fast can you put a 500-piece puzzle together? Listen, I'll spend 5 minutes just trying to find two pieces that fit, and I'll flip the table before I come anywhere close to putting two things together. Oh my gosh, Steve. Thank you for your money. We will put it to good use.
Somebody, Kyle asked
Kyle says, MC just lost a bunch of weight doing keto. Want to start working out and switch up the diet to go with working out. What type of diet would you recommend? So there are a lot of different calculators that you can get. Definitely, figure out what type of intensity that you are comfortable with. If you like to do, really high rep and high intensity, or you like to kind of go at a medium pace and, do the types of workouts that you enjoy working, doing. But if you find that you are, when getting through your workout and you're just absolutely drenched and you've got tunnel vision, you can taste iron. Those are all indicators that you are burning through an enormous amount of calories. So obviously drink a lot of water, but you would probably want to increase your carbohydrates to about 80 to 90% your body weight in grams. If you find that you're getting at the end of your workout and you're not really sweating a whole lot, then you really don't need to be eating a lot of carbs, maybe 50% your body weight in grams of carbs. But like I said, there's a lot of calculators out there. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about it. I tend to eat about 80% my body weight in grams of carbs, about 80% of my body weight in grams of protein, and about 20 to 30% of my body weight in grams of fat, which comes out to about 2,700 calories a day. Let's see. What are people are copying Super Still Steve? What is the most amount of mac and cheese you have eaten in 12 hours? Probably 4 boxes. I can eat 2 boxes in one sitting. Easy. They're like, oh, there's 3 servings in a box. Screw you, mac and cheese box. That's bull crap. There's 1 serving in 2 boxes as far as I'm concerned. I will eat it right out of the pot with a stick of butter and more cheese on top of it. Absolutely. Oh, Slicey's probably making fun of me. Hold on. Let's scroll up and find out. Oh, your answer to Steve made that so much worse. Yeah, I don't do myself much justice, I guess. I don't know how to defend against him. He's such an onslaught of just, well, no, I'm making it worse right now. Yeah, he just comes at me so hard. All right, I'm done. Mike V says, I actually just ate 2 boxes the other day. Mike, you remember when that we went to that restaurant and that the lady asked us what we wanted and we both ordered our meal and then we ordered a family size thing of fries, like whatever they called it. And she was like, each one of those is like for 4 people. And we're like, no, we understand what we're ordering. And she was like, no, I don't think you understand. And we're like, no, we get it. Just bring us the family size thing of fries, like not one for, split between the 2 of us, like bring us 1 each. And she did, and we ate it. Like, no, it took us like 10 minutes, and we ate it. And we're like, why was she so bent out of shape about warning us about the basket of fries?
Lady character in A League of Their Own. Oh, you better have an answer.
What's A League of Their Own? What is that? No, tell me what it is. It sounds familiar. What is A League of Their Own? Somebody answer me. My wife won't help me. What is A League of Their Own? Oh, wait, that's the baseball movie. My favorite character?
Lady.
My favorite lady. Which one? Who's that? The big gal? Yeah. Rosie O'Donnell's character? That's her? Okay, yeah, I guess I like Rosie O'Donnell's character.
You normally do.
Do I?
Or Madonna.
I like Tom Hanks' character, but he's not a lady. Yeah, no, no, I can't. I'm not really into her character. But yeah. The queue is open, MC. Let's go soon. We will, man. We will. But what? Well, I think you're a package deal. Zell, you get my wife too. If we all go to the queue. Blade Runner old school or The Fifth Element? The Fifth Element for sure. Blade Runner is kind of hard to get through. I appreciate it, but it's kind of like, that slinky that's kind of like it's a really good idea at the top of the stairs and you get it going and it kind of it keeps like stopping because it's kind of like not a perfect design, right? And it just takes a little bit to get to the bottom. Fifth Element is awesome. A1 or Heinz 57? A1. A1. Yeah. My wife says just eat your steak, don't put sauce on it, but probably A1, truthfully. Carrie Underwood or Dolly Parton? Is Dolly Parton the book club lady? Yeah, not Dolly Parton, because I see her on the back of my son's book club thing all the time, and it's weird. Like, read this book, but also I have augmented my testicular region. Yeah, no, so probably Carrie Underwood, I guess. Let's see here. He said your wife is smart. My wife goes to the where they've got like the steaks laid out at Dylan's,
Oh.
and she just drools over like raw steak. She's always like, I know that I'm not supposed to eat it like that, but I just really want to take a bite out of a raw steak. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get some onions. I'm like, come on, kids, your mom's doing that weird thing. The guy at the meat counter's like, all right, so I don't want any trouble this time. Orange juice or apple juice? Apple juice. I'll tell you why. Because everybody who buys orange juice buys some amount of pulp in it, and it grosses me out. It's like, would you like your orange juice with a little bit of weird hair in it, or a whole bunch of weird hair in it? Orange juice with extra pulp is the bane of my existence. Why? That is so gross. It's like drinking, it's like drinking a part of the ocean that's got a bunch of like seaweed in it. It's just, here's a bunch of other stuff that you don't want with your orange. It tastes like hair. Ew. It's like somebody shaved a toothbrush into a carton of orange juice. So hope you like bristles with your orange juice. Gross. Favorite bands? Right now it's probably Ice Nine Kills. Within the Ruins is great. It used to be Lamb of God, but they just, I'm not into their newer stuff. Born of Osiris, Betraying the Martyrs. I like all those bands, but Ice Nine Kills is just killing it right now, for sure. Brussels sprouts versus broccoli. So I like broccoli, but truthfully, I love Brussels sprouts because they absorb flavor really well, especially if you cook them. I know a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts, but I mean, if you're getting into health and fitness, learn to love.
They were good in that.
They were. My wife made shepherd's pie the other night, and they were great. Fully cooked Brussels sprouts will absolutely absorb flavor. Sorry, this guy Bucko H said Slayer, and I tried to say Slayer and flavor at the same time, and it came out Flayer. Gojira. Some of Gojira. Sometimes. So there has to be progression. There has to be melodic progression of some type. I do not like chaos for the sake of chaos. Something that I really hate in heavy metal is when it's just like, and the drummer is just like, like the offbeat sort of hit, and it's just chaos, and it sounds like a bunch of gorillas just like chewing on electric guitars, and it's just, I cannot stand that. So there has to be some type of tempo. I do like aggressive metal. I do like some chaos, but if it's too chaotic and it just sounds like, it just sounds like a dragon like belching into a bunch of microphones and it's just chaos. I don't know. That's not music, There has to be some music. Kaiju versus Voltron. Who would win? Are you referring to Voltron like the old anime? I don't know. I remember watching Voltron, I think, waiting for Dragon Ball Z to come on. But it's Spirited Whiskey. I got to figure out what the heck he's talking about. I'm describing Meshuggah. Yeah, I've never been a Meshuggah fan. The healthiest I eat is Subway, LOL. I get the chips and pop, so I'm basically just a fat biscuit. Yeah, but Zell, you're still bench pressing 450 pounds. So if I could just whatever and just pop back into the gym and be like, oh yeah, I'll just press 450. I'm not kidding. For anybody who's wondering, no, Zell Beaverly right there is a local friend who can easily come in and press 450 pounds. Oh yeah, Zell. So we installed that home gym, and my wife wants a what do you call those? The plyo box, like where she can jump on it. And so we might give you some measurements and come pick it up. But Amanda's like, ask him if he'll just make it. No, don't make it. But for Heartland Lumber, if you do the cuts for us. Let's see here.
Bieber or Timberlake? I hope you answer that correctly.
Do what?
Bieber or Timberlake?
Timberlake. I mean, truthfully, nothing against Justin Bieber. We were talking about him today. So the whole world hates the guy, right? And everything that he makes just immediately turns to gold. But how often do you hear Justin Bieber like lash back out at people? And he doesn't do it. So he's it's just like he's like, whatever. I'm famous and I'm worth a ridiculous amount of money, But Justin Timberlake's a way cooler guy.
I'm scared.
Backstreet Boys are in sync. Despite me liking NSYNC, Backstreet Boys I think are better. NSYNC had too many watered down. Like it was the same. Oh yeah, but they were just they weren't better melodically. The Backstreet Boys were better melodically. NSYNC was just like something about it. Girl, you're different than everybody else that I've seen up till now. But I really like you, so let's go to some resort. That was the general theme of every NSYNC song that I've ever heard. The Bieber roast was epic. Manson or Zombie? Rob Zombie for sure. I do like Marilyn Manson, but some of his stuff, I'm just like, I don't know. It's too much, like moaning and whining. Avengers or X-Men? I think the X-Men comics are definitely cooler, but I'd have to say Avengers, just, because of the movies, I guess. I really like the Avengers. Five Finger Death Punch or Slipknot? It's weird. I go back and forth. I think Slipknot has a lot, like there's more complexity that goes into Slipknot's music, and I think by default I have to go with Slipknot because I've grown up with them and they continue to just make incredible music. Let's see. People are still talking about Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Death or Metallica? Metallica. Specifically Metallica S&M. I still, to this day, listen to the Metallica S&M album. That is one, like, that's the album that I would listen to before every wrestling match, before every football game in high school. And I still listen to that when I'm down here processing uploads. No Leaf Clover, Metallica S&M. Oh my God, that is so epic. Absolutely. Let's see here. Zombies, fast-moving kind, or vampires? Which would you rather live amongst? Zombies, for sure. From what I understand about vampires in a general sense, vampires are way faster, are super strong, and will forcibly make you immortal if whatever, because they're bored and they're immortal, right? Or they'll just snap you in half and rip you apart, right? I think I'd much rather deal with zombies. Much rather. Let's see. Metallica is not overrated at all, but way overused and overplayed. Yeah, the Enter Sandman is still always on the radio. Let's see here. Muppets versus Sesame Street. Muppets. When I was a kid, I watching the Muppets, the actual Muppets, I was always so confused and terrified when one of the bigger monster ones would eat Kermit. I just remember being so shocked and horrified and confused by that.
Guns N' Roses or Motley?
Probably Motley Crue. I've seen Motley Crue live. They made us sit down in chairs. I was like, what? Get these chairs out of here, you jerk.
What actually happened to Barney? I'd like to know also.
I don't know. I mean, at some point, I think people realized, like, even the kids were like, this isn't realistic.
I loved Barney.
Well, I watched it too when I was a kid, but at some point, Zell says, what should us fans vote on right now that MC has to cook for Mrs. MC? Oh, that's bullshit, Zell. Why would you do that tomorrow for Mother's Day? I'm thinking mac and cheese. we already have like a breakfast thing. So my plan was to go to the local. It's Dylan's here, and pick up bacon and sausage and probably bread and cheese and just do like a just a crazy big like calorically dense breakfast for sure. Cell trying to make my life harder. All right, one more question. Roast rack of lamb for breakfast. All right, one more. The most interesting question will be the last one that I answer. Then we got to sign off here because we've got some Last Kingdom to watch. Who else is watching Last Kingdom? We finished Outlander, or at least we're caught up. So we started Last Kingdom on Netflix, and it is wonderful. A little dry first season, but it does take off. Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers? I love that question. Both games will ruin your relationship with your best friend. Absolutely. There's nothing like getting hit by a rogue blue shell before you go across that finish line from the dude who's been in last place the whole time. That's such horseshit. Oh, Zach stuff. Oh, who? Professor? Oh, hey, Professor EDC. What's up? Hey, buddy. Greetings to you and Mrs. Complex. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. And also, I believe Professor EDC has his own YouTube channel. So while I have an opportunity with 117 of you in here, please go check out Professor EDC on YouTube and Instagram. Absolutely. He's a newcomer and could absolutely use the support, and it's been great to the channel. Zach Stuff, thank you so much for the donation. I'll answer this in combination. Christina Aguilera or Ariana Grande? I have to go with Christina Aguilera because she's part of my generation, and I still to this day cannot get Genie in a bottle out of my head. But returning to the Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers question, I love Mario Kart. I haven't played much of the newer ones. The last one that I was really into was Mario Kart Double Dash, and coincidentally, the last Super Smash Brothers that I was really into was the second Super Smash Brothers on GameCube, which is the same console that Double Dash was on. Both games, me and my friends, after wrestling practice, would come back to my house because we had a 65-inch projection TV in my basement that was 1080p or whatever. And we used to sit around this thing on futons and whatever we had down there, and we would rotate because we had the 4 controllers or whatever. I love Double Dash, but there's nothing like playing stock on Super Smash Brothers, and everybody's got 10 lives, and you play that dirty game where you're like, hey, let's team up. I know it's free for all. I know it's battle royale, but let's team up and knock this person out. And then that person actually fights back, and like there's all this different stuff that happens, and somebody gets up to a super high percentage and does a really good job of just surviving on the platform for a really long time, and then eventually they just get kicked into oblivion, and everybody screams. And then somebody gets really upset. Like, it's really funny for like 3 out of the 4 people, but then one person actually gets upset and ends up ripping everybody's controllers out of the GameCube, right? Definitely. Super Smash Brothers is the answer there. Greg T says, Mrs. MC, do you ever have to cover his mouth before bed because he doesn't stop talking? Answer the question. Have you ever had to do that? She has had to go, will you please shut up? Will you please just shut up? Yeah, that actually happens quite a bit. All right, I answered 3. What did Mike say? Falcon Punch! There's nothing worse than getting stuck on the back corner of Fox's ship, and you're getting kicked into the wall repeatedly because the percentage is high, so you're bouncing. You're not just flinching. And then some other douchebag who's Captain Falcon punches you into another dimension, and oh my gosh, that made me laugh so hard. Absolutely. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. This was epic. It was fun to break a record, 168. Thanks to everybody who donated. Thanks to everybody who stopped in. More epic content tomorrow, of course. Like I said, the installation of the black hardware on the darker horse now And of course, the Knife Guy 51, which is, for anybody who's interested, the topic tomorrow is, should you start a knife-related YouTube channel? It is the longest Knife Guy that I've ever done. It was a 40-minute ramble. I'm serious, 40 minutes. So if you've ever been interested in starting a knife-related YouTube channel, my advice and my story in 40 minutes on the Knife Guy tomorrow. So anyways, guys, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday evening and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.
Bye.